We're a social animal. We want to be with others. We're richer with others. It's more challenging, it's more inspiring with others. And therefore we need that job generation. But we have to learn how to do it with what we have. You know, the great thing of Taiwan is that Taiwan developed with what it had. And most people thought you had nothing. Imagine. There are only a couple million people. But they had nothing. Well, thanks to the fact that you have nothing, you can be creative, innovative, you have more stress. And I am hoping that you, in this great land of China, that you will be able to think beyond what you have. You do what you can. And this is how ecosystems work. You know, the reason why I talk about it is because ecological systems only work with what they have. Well, yes, there is a migratory bird and that leaves a little dropping. But that's it. Every ecosystem only operates with what is locally available. That's a beautiful principle. Now also in every ecosystem, everyone has a job. In every ecosystem, the beauty is that everyone contributes to their best of their abilities, and there are no elderly homes. There are no homes for old people. A tree that has broken off branches is still working, operating to the best of its abilities. And to me, therefore, if we really are prepared to use what we have, we can create an environment that is so productive. And I think that is what Taiwan and Singapore and others have done. They started with absolutely nothing and went on. But then they come in these comfort zones. And when they're in the comfort zone, we don't want to change. We don't want to adapt. We want to be who we are. That is the story of the magic hat. The magic hat is the incredible story that it's possible to take waste, convert it to food, and the waste of that food, convert it to food, and the waste of that, convert to food, and on and on and on. For those of you who are Christians, you know, then you know in the Bible there was this moment that this man was handing out bread and fishes all the time. Where did it come from? They don't know. Well, I know. Magic hat. No, not true. That's the name of the story. In the story we explain how actually everything is cascading in nature. Nature is never core business and core competence. You never focus on one thing in nature. You always have everything around you. And whatever is waste for one is food for the other. So when we're drinking beer, when you drink beer, you're using 8% of the barley. 8%. 92% is waste. And 26% of that waste is protein. Can you imagine? Drinking beer, you consider protein a waste? What an interesting thing. You didn't know. No one tells you. It doesn't say on the bottle, we wasted 26% of protein. It doesn't say it. So we think that we want beer light because we don't want to get fat. No. We have to realize that the fibers and the protein in the barley is wasted when you're making beer. So we can convert into a mushroom. The mushroom can be converted to food, and then the waste of the mushroom is food for an animal. Because the animal breaks down the fibers and enriches it with amino acids. And now the animal generates manure, and the manure is great feed for the bacteria. And the bacteria you can put into a biodigester, you generate the energy, and then the waste of the slurry from the digester is great feed for the algae. We've just gone through the 5 kingdoms of nature. We've gone from a plant, to a fungus, to an animal, to a bacteria, to a protoptista that's called an algae. And that cascading is the way nature works. Nature only does that cascading. And it's not cradle to cradle, it's not cradle to grave. It is not the closed loop, it's a perfectly open loop system where everything can change all the time, which is wonderful. And thanks to creating an open loop, it's predictable. If you close the loop, you remember the second law of thermodynamics? It degenerates. When you feed the cow the waste of the cow, you have mad cow disease. And we've said it's closed loop, and it's feeding waste and back. Can't do it. Open up the loops.